Hey you guys, it's Peter, and welcome to my channel, Peterisms, where I tell stories of my life and just little things that I have learned as I have grown into the person that I am today. And I haven't made a video over here in a couple days, so I was like, let's sit down, let's bring the books out. How many do I have? I have 4 books with me today. I have the Daily Book of Positive Quotations, the Living in Balance book, and the 2 Melody Beatty books today. So let's read from Meditations for Living in Balance. I'm just feeling kind of pulled to this today. It is October 21st. Enthusiasm. You will do foolish things, but do them with enthusiasm. Colette. Ah, enthusiasm. It is not just something reserved for children, the unsophisticated, and the insane. Enthusiasm is a normal human response to the joy, excitement, and surprises of life. Why not feel it? Enthusiasm is a balancer. It sparks life and then renews it when it fades. Enthusiasm gets the juices flowing. It turns the ordinary into the extraordinary and opens the door for more and more extraordinaries. Enthusiasm is infectious. We can be hanging around like a bunch of old couch potatoes, and one enthusiastic person can get us moving. It's good to get the juices flowing. Where in the world did we get the impression that enthusiasm is uncool? Where did we get the idea that we are too old for it? True. Where did we get the notion that enthusiastic people are trying to manipulate us or are unreal? Forget it. Get over it. Each of us still has large wells of enthusiasm within us, though they may be buried deep and hidden well. Dig a little. Nurture those feelings that feed your enthusiasm. I love this meditation because, it's the idea of being enthusiastic about anything, the idea of being excited or full of joy or almost kind of being childlike at times and laughing hilariously with your friends, or just seeing something and getting like super passionate about something. Last night, I pulled over into a parking lot as I was listening to my audiobook and I started Googling. I Google stuff about cozy mysteries all the time, right? Because I love cozy mystery books. And so I was Googling best cozy mystery series ever. And I come up with this list of all these series that I've never heard before. And I'm like, oh my God. And I'm looking them up on Audible. And I know people in my life are so tired of hearing me talk about cozy mysteries. I know it. I get it, right? Because I talk about them all the time. But I love reading cozy mysteries. I love getting into the series. I love finding out about the characters and feeling like I know them. I love everything to do with cozy mysteries. So I was so excited about that, right? And that's something that I'm really enthusiastic about. My husband is super enthusiastic about electronic dance music. He can sit there and listen to a song over and over. He gets so excited about music and dance festivals or music festivals and stuff like that. And I love that about him, I love when somebody is enthusiastic about anything and they can just talk about it. You can sense and that they're so passionate about it. I love that so much. And I think sometimes we're so concerned about our view of, I was just talking about this in my vlog the other day, about the idea of being concerned with what other people think about us. And that I had gone through this period where I would say, I don't care what, I don't care what anybody thinks about me, screw everybody, And then I realized that was completely a crap statement, and I cared too much what people thought about me. And then that kind of transitioned into this thing where I was like, I cared what certain people thought about me, and that's how I feel today. I care what my husband thinks about me, or, my best friend, or my sponsor, or my family, or close friends. I think it's okay that I care about what some people think about me. But I don't want to care so much about what the world thinks when I'm out there, that I'm afraid of, if somebody looks at me, will they think I'm being stupid? I was so cautious of that for so many years. And to me, this meditation is the epitome of being too much. It's be yourself. Allow yourself to be comfortable in whatever surrounding you are. And for somebody that has social anxiety like I do, that's extremely difficult. But it's, allow yourself to be comfortable in whatever surrounding you are. Allow yourself to laugh. Allow yourself to dance. Allow yourself to feel the music. Allow yourself to, feel the vibes with your friends, and just be you and connect with the universe and be happy, joyous, and free, on the moments that you feel that way. When you're not feeling that way, it's appropriate to feel that way too, but be enthusiastically whoever you are. And I love this meditation for reminding us of that. All right, let's read The Language of Letting Go. Well, I guess first I should see what it is talking about today. Okay, that's financial responsibility. That's kind of a little boring for over here today. So let's read this one from The Journey to the Heart by Melody Beatty. October 21st, learn to nurture and be nurtured. It was a quiet morning. I was holed up in a hotel room at the mouth of Bryce Canyon working on this book, working on my life. I stayed in bed for a while, thinking, pondering, wondering. Finally, I got up, went to the restaurant for coffee and a roll, then went for a drive. Soak up nature, I told myself. This journey is a living meditation. I drove into Bryce Canyon Park, letting the massive stones, the colors and spirals, the eternity of the canyon touch me, heal me, soothe my soul. An hour later, when I felt calmer and more energized, I got back in the car and headed for the park exit. Several cars were jammed up. I wondered if there had been an accident. Then I saw why the others had stopped. A mother deer was standing on the side of the road, gently nuzzling her fawn. She stood by her offspring's side, protecting and nurturing. Many of us barely remember a mother's nurturing love. Some of us do, with fondness and joy. Many of us have experienced the great gift of nurturing and loving our children, a joy that opens the heart in a way little else can. Some of us have learned to give and receive nurturing in other ways, to people outside our immediate families. But most of us along the way have learned the gift, the wonder, the awe, and the healing blessings of nurturing. Giving and receiving is a continuous cycle, a necessary part of the road to the heart. Learn to nurture others. Nurture and love yourself. The whole universe will rally around and help. The whole universe will rally around and help. Others will applaud your efforts and learn from them. The way the passerby stopped to gaze on the deer and her fawn. Celebrate the power of nurturing. Release its gentle love. It rests inside each of us, waiting to be seen, appreciated, and brought to life. I think it's a great meditation. I think, it's a good question to ask ourselves on a daily basis, not just if you're a mother or a grandparent or a father or uncle or whatever, but are you being nurturing to your friends? Are you being kind, caring, and compassionate to the people around you? Are you complimenting people throughout your day? Are you asking people, hey, are you okay? Are you checking in with people? Are you reaching out to people and texting them and calling them and saying, hey, I just wanted you to know I was thinking of you. I love you. And I... Hello? Somebody's reaching out to me. But, reaching out to people and letting them know, hey, I care about you. I love you. I want you to be okay. I think it's important for us to do that. I think it's important for us to shut our mouths and listen when we're around others, and let other people have the moment. I think it's important when you are in other people's moments to allow them to know, this is your moment. I'm here for you, and to let people know I'm here for you. I also think a big part of nurturing is telling people how we really feel, and letting people know, letting people in, being vulnerable enough for people to see our humanness and allow them to see who we really are. And then they allow the same thing, and that's reciprocal relationship of being nurtured and, back and forth. I also think it's the hardest points in my life, like when I've lost my mom or I've gone through some really difficult times, allowing people to be there for me, allowing people to do things for me, allowing people to love me. I know so many people that when they're going through hard times, they are resistant and they push people away. And no, I can do this on my own, I can do this on my own. And I knew I couldn't, and I was so open to, people helping. And so I'm so grateful for that. I'm so grateful that I was able to allow people to nurture me, not just for me, but also because that gives them purpose, and then when we're allowed to nurture other people, that makes us feel good about ourselves. So I guess, ask yourself today, what have I done for another human being today? And it doesn't have to be random acts of kindness. It doesn't have to be any of that. It could just be, have you done something nice for somebody today? Have you said something nice to somebody today? Or, I think many of us go through an entire day without one little nice thing. I know there have been many days where I'm so into self, and we don't like the word selfish and self-centered, but it's what it is. We're so into ourselves and our schedules and what we have to do that we don't even think about the little small things, the niceties that we can do for other people throughout the day. So, I don't know, when it's a conscious thought that you have going on, then it's easier to act on that on a regular basis. So, I don't know, maybe ask yourself that today, and myself as well, what things have we done for others today? Anyway, I love those meditations. Let me know what you think in the comment section below. I love you guys, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.